My existence represents the solar system, with me, of course, at its center, and all of you guys revolving around me. Just kidding. In reality, I picture my life as a solar system, not with myself at the center, but rather an aspect that my life has always revolved around: studying. Throughout my life, I grew up with the notion that numbers equaled success. In essence, I vividly remember picking up a pencil in kindergarten to take my first test and receive a perfect score, an A+. It was like Pandora's box, a blessing and a curse. A seemingly exciting reward on the outside, but when you open up the box, it may be a consequence that could haunt you forever. In other words, I developed an addiction. No, not a drug addiction, but an addiction to numbers, or grades rather. A cluster of numbers which I thought defined my identity. So much so that, according to my friends, they have witnessed me break down on multiple occasions into tears of absolute despair and such hopelessness after only getting a 96 on a test. Oh, how devastating. As you can see, this obsession for perfection, ironically, was not 100% perfect. In fact, it had so many flaws, way too many to count. As for my academic reputation, the results of my hard work and long hours of studying were overwhelmingly rewarding. But as for my personal life, I was in a pretty unhealthy state, to say the least. So instead of being a normal, functioning member of society, going out into the world, socializing, hanging out with friends, I spent every day in my room, hours at a time, racking my brain up with tons and tons of information that I would just regurgitate all on a test, just to forget all of it the very next day. And to this day, this routine still exists, to a certain extent, within my life. And although I do definitely take most of the blame for this unhealthy habit which I've enforced into my life, I feel that our nation's schooling system is partially at fault for not only my situation, but for all of yours as well. And just to prove to you how flawed this education system is in America, let's take a look at Finland's education system, the highest quality education system globally, according to the Washington Post. And also, I remember watching a video from YouTube, which was a segment from a film titled Where to Invade Next, and it interviewed students from Finland, and a girl, keep in mind that she is in high school, claimed that she was only given 10 minutes a day of homework. That's under 1 hour a week. Now, compare that to my situation, where I have to do triple that in one night. So I was often trained and preached by many individuals surrounding me that grades are very important. And yes, they are crucial, but what they are failing to realize is that high school is truly about the experience. And even if people such as myself desire that perfect college application, it is not solely based on grades. So that means, eventually, reality hit me. Like the speed of a race car going 1 million miles per hour. I needed to jump way, way, way out of my comfort zone. Saying that this was a difficult task was a complete understatement. As a result, I took advantage of a lot of opportunities thrown at me. For instance, last year, I performed a TEDx talk, and then this year, as a sophomore, with the help of outstanding people, I was able to co-found this TED Ed Club we are standing in right now. And because of this, I discovered a new passion: performing in front of people and sharing my ideas with the world. So remember, do not waste your entire high school experience dwelling on the numbers or worrying about the grades. Spend it by interacting with new people. Spend it by expanding your interests. And lastly, spend it by building up your true identity.